together. To translate for you all, he's saying, "I am the storm." Jordan, you can't say that. That's offensive. Jordan, no, I will not give you that. No, Jordan, I'm gonna get Mickey.
Oh, yo, come on, yo. Oh, Lord.
I'll fucking beat your shit. I'll fucking do it again.
Oh, they had a really funny Mickey joke in the show. I'm not gonna spoil, but they had a great Mickey joke in the show.
I need it. Also, we didn't see you there, audience. Hello,
Hi.
welcome to the Weird Flex But
But
Okay
Okay
podcast.
podcast.
Woo! Your comedy, weebs, workouts, and advice podcast where we answer your questions. If you would like to submit a question, please email us at weirdflexbutokaypodcast@gmail.com. And the music that you've heard in every episode is by What's My Name on Instagram and Soundcloud. And guys, this is our last episode of the year.
Of the decade.
The decade!
Dude, it went by fast.
It's like, how did this go by so fast? We've been doing this podcast for a whole ass year. Round of applause, everybody. Round of applause. Woo! I can't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Time really does go by fast.
It does, especially when you get older. Each year just goes by faster. This year, like, blipped by.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My gosh. But before we get into all of that beautiful sentimental stuff, I just want to shamelessly plug our beautiful Patreon and our patrons who have been helping make this possible since we started it a little halfway through the year.
Do it.
So thank you so much to Joseph Andrew Grinder,
Joey.
Adrian Leinard,
AG.
Carsonator TTV,
Carsonator.
the main character,
the
Swagnamite,
Swag.
Windstorm 555,
Windy.
and Christopher Kaiser.
Chrissy K.
Chrissy K, you guys are heckin' awesome, and you make me smile, and
Good.
it's nice.
Yay.
And also, we're probably gonna have a little bonus content that's just gonna be something silly for
Good.
you guys for the new year, because you guys are real cool, and it's been real neat.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it
also,
has.
yeah, thank you guys so much for supporting the Patreon, because it's just kind of like, this whole podcast kind of started as just a little experiment just to spend some more time with Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're at a place where, like, it's a part of a few people's routine.
Nice.
And, like, even though, like, it doesn't get, like, the craziest numbers, it's something that I think has a lot of heart, and a lot of people really genuinely enjoy it. And I always feel better after recording it. Like,
right.
because it's just, like, a fun time to just spend time with a friend. And so I'm really happy you guys have been here for the journey.
Same. It's been fun.
Heck.
Super fun.
Man, I'm all sentimental. Jordan, tell me about something fun you've been doing.
DuckTales. Woohoo.
Woo!
Y'all.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
DuckTales. If y'all sleeping on DuckTales, I'm telling you, it's better than most of the anime you watch this season. I'm just gonna say that.
Good, I've
It
heard.
is. It's freaking amazing. Like, it's so well done and so well animated. And people who say like, "Oh, the original is better," and it's just like, no, you're letting nostalgia goggles clog your eyes. Like, we were actually talking about this in Discord the other day with like, what is a show that, like, you can say, like, that hasn't been rebooted that's like, oh, the original is like just better, and it's just like, okay, what was there? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. No, I'm a Ninja Turtle massive geek in 87. Like, the first 5 episodes are good, but it was like, that show was made for action figures. A lot of 80s shows were action figure based. And then, like, there's a lot of stuff when you can go back and watch those classic shows. Like, what? Let me see. She-Ra. Old She-Ra is like, okay, I mean, it's a good 80s cartoon. The new one actually does stuff, even though there are some parts where it's like, that was a bit stupid. But okay, yeah, like there's some parts of it. Yeah. But then, like Voltron too. Voltron, same way. But then season 3 start to dip down. And Thundercats. Oh, I just remember they completely canceled that one cartoony Thundercat structure, didn't they?
I guess I would say maybe the Teen Titans argument. Like,
but with Teen Titans,
they're different types of shows, though.
Yeah, it's more like its own sort of thing, you know? Yeah.
Because, like, the original Teen Titans I liked more for some reasons, but the new one I really enjoy, like, the silliness. But, like, they're not really comparable.
Right. Like, they're not really comparable. It's like the whole, you know, like honestly, the DuckTales reboot is how you do a reboot right. It updates everything and makes it, like, very well done. Like, it doesn't just do the same thing like as before, because like that's a problem with like if you're gonna do a show, it's just like, okay, well, I'm doing the exact same thing, then you should have just did a continuation. Like a reboot is always cool to come in and be like, oh no, I changed this, I changed this, I changed this, so it's just like you still notice what it is, but it's not the same and stuff like that. So I love that. Like, I think that's really cool, and that's what this new series does so well, because it has heart, it has like great writing, animation's really good, it's super fun, even though it's like, I think it's on Flash, but like it's done really well. I mean, freaking MLP was on Flash and that looked great. And then like it's just super good. Highly recommend it. There's a lot of powerful moments in that show and a lot of great comedic moments too. Like there are moments I was like crying laughing. Like there was this one scene, I'm not gonna spoil it, where like all the antagonists showed up, and then there's this one who's like he's there's an antagonist who's like a recurring antagonist, and then there's an antagonist who is like the big bad of the group, like, oh, this one's dangerous. And so every time they're in a group together, like, oh my god, it's that one. And he's like, hey, I'm literally in the front, all right? It's like, I'm the big bad guy. I thought that was funny, because it's like when you have Frieza and Cell standing next to each other, and Frieza's talking like, oh, I'm the big bad. It's like, oh my god, it's Cell. I'm in front of Cell. That's just like
that's amazing.
So I thought that was funny. That was like really good.
Yeah, I do need to watch that.
Do.
Oh man.
Do it.
Yeah, it's the holiday season though, and I've been like, I'm yawning right now. I've been so sleepy. It's just like winter. And I just want to eat and sleep, and I've been doing my work stuff. But like today, after recording, I'm just gonna be doing some packing, because I'm going out of town next week. For the rest of the year. Yeah. And I'm gonna probably just let myself enjoy this week. I'm just gonna like just have some chill time, because sometimes that's what you need. I have some hot tea. Yeah. I really want to go get some more tea, because I've been wanting to try more flavors of tea. Awesome. And I just want some chill time. Awesome. But I might use that to watch more cartoons too, because of course I will. Also, I've been listening to Critical Role, of course, and I think I'm on episode like 51 or 52. I'm getting there. I'm making my way. Let me see. What episode am I on? 53. I'm on episode 53. Whew. I'm like determined. Oh my gosh. But yeah, getting up this morning was like, oh my gosh. We're recording this kind of early afternoon, kind of early, and so like
it'll be afternoon for me in 10 minutes.
Yeah. So we've got a little bit of the sleepies left in us. But man, we're just going to end the year all peaceful and relaxful for you guys. And Jordan's going to burp for you real good. Just real good.
Oh, I farted on like the fucking POS podcast yesterday. Well, it was like Monday, and I tried. It was so bad too, because on camera I tried to hide it. So like I tried to like roll around, and like I went off screen, but my mic is so powerful, I just heard the and so like and then Paleo was like, did you just fart? And I was just like, no, and savoring it, and everyone just started laughing, because I was trying to hide it.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh god, that's terrible.
Got called the fuck out. Damn.
It's just so bad.
That is amazing.
Oh god.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny. That was funny.
But yeah, thank you guys for being silly with us and dealing with our laziness, but also with our amazingness. I don't know. My words are very sleepy right now. I just want to spend time with everybody and take naps and eat delicious food, and I'm living the dream, man. I hope you're all living the dream. I hope your holidays are going really well, and I hope your year has been going really well. And I just want everyone to just be living their best life. And thank you guys for coming on this journey with us. I think we should get into our questions.
Yeah. You know what? That is a genius ploy. Let's do it.
Genius ploy. Why don't you read our first one, Jordan?
All right. Our first one is, what are you most proud of from this year?
All right.
Go ahead,
You
Katy.
go first. Nah, man, you've had so much happen.
Oh yeah, I've had a lot happen. I made a digital coaching program, because apparently it's not an app. The app is only part of it, and I've been saying it wrong this entire time. But then my marketing team was like, they were like, no, it's a digital coaching program. It comes with all this stuff. The app is only a part of that. I was like, oh. Well, okay, then. Well, you should have
told me. But do you have an app coming out?
Yeah, exactly. So that came out. I've been working on t-shirt designs, which is super cool. My channel's grown a lot from, I think I started the year at like 200 something and went to 360. So that's cool. So next year, let's get 400K, baby. Then 500, and then we take over the world. Yeah, so that's fun. Ton of work. Went traveling a lot. Had emotional breakthroughs, ups and downs all around and all that stuff. So it was good. So like, it's always one of those things where it's just like you find a lesson in your downtime. So yeah, that was good. Made new friends, lots of friends, did all that stuff, did all the cool stuff. But yeah, everything's awesome. Yeah, this year's been, cool.
Yeah.
Yes, and we got to spend time together.
We did.
Twice this year. So that was fun.
Yeah, I think from this year, the things that I'm most proud of. In terms of voiceover, I had an audition that I booked for something that I didn't even think that there was a chance in hell I'd be able to book it. But out of all the people that auditioned, they emailed me and said I was their first pick. And so and that project will be coming out next year. I can't talk about it, but it made me very happy, and I'm very proud of the work that went into that, because like they didn't even know who I was. It was like this whole thing where like a bunch of people were submitting for it. They'd never heard of me, but they just heard my voice and my version of the character, and they were like, you are the person for this. And I was like, heck yeah, because sometimes there's that fear of like, because in the industry there is an element of who you know sometimes, etc. And so sometimes we can get imposter syndrome or let like self-doubt excuse the reasons for why
you're badass
we're getting
in your
work.
own right.
Yeah, exactly. Like I worked my ass off and I booked some really cool stuff, and there's one thing that I booked that I'm really proud of, and like it feels like a really big step. And so yeah, that is kind of where I'm at there. I also had an audition for a company that I never thought I'd get an audition for.
Sweet.
I didn't book that one, but I had the audition, so I'm in their talent pool, and so that's like a big step. So I was really proud of that. And of course, the Wendy's costume.
Yeah, the Wendy's fucking spear girl.
Yep.
That was awesome.
I was very, very proud of that, and like how the photos came out, and like of my friends like stepping up and helping me with that, and like of course I paid them as well. Like the fact that I got to like that I made enough money just doing the thing that I love, voiceover, that I could pay my friends to do the art that they love. That was like a dream. Like I was so happy to do that, and like happy that I could do that. And then what else did I do this year? I guess technically I graduated from college last year, because it was last December. So that would be more of a decade thing. But let's see, what are some more things I'm proud of this year? I decided to push forward with like my voiceover stuff and just see how far I could get with it. And I've met pretty much all of the goals that I set for myself this year in terms of like making money. And I remember talking to you, Jordan, like near the beginning of the year about like, man, I was going to try to like do this one thing, but I really think I just want to throw myself into voiceover this year and just see what happens.
Right.
And you were just like, yeah, you should fucking go for it. Like if you're going to work your ass off, like commit to it. And I did, and it was scary, but it worked out. Like I've been doing okay, and I have like goals set for the new year that like new things that I want to accomplish, new things that I'm going to be doing, different approaches. But I'm glad that I took this time to really focus on myself and to focus on the things I want to do, and just see what I can do with them when I'm giving my full attention to them.
Right.
And it really proved to be a valuable thing that I did.
Exactly.
And so I'm proud of myself for taking that leap, I guess, because there's that fear of saying that you're doing something, because like when you say it out loud, it becomes real, and then if you don't do it,
if you don't do it, everyone's gonna be looking at you like, okay,
yeah,
you thought
exactly.
you were doing it. Like that's why I always have that like quote, like, don't tell them your plan, show them your results, because like
show them your results, exactly.
Yeah, because I think that's like just something that's ingrained in me, because it's just like I have a lot of stuff that I work on. And I never want to be like, I always see like so many people talk about like, oh, I'm doing this. And then they just like, oh, well, that kind of fell through. And it's just like, okay, now you sort of got egg on your face.
Yep.
Like for me, I just like to have like, no, I have a goal. I crush it in silence, and then I let the success from it bloom, and it's just like it's just like I do it, and then it's just like a cool thing. It's just like, when have you been working on that? Oh, just last 3 months. You didn't say anything. You didn't ask what I was working on, so yeah, that's whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in the background for artists that like people don't see the journey, and like it. I was really glad that I got a little bit of outside input, like that I talked to you, that I talked to like a few people just like in privacy about kind of those decisions.
Right.
But I never exactly like, I don't go a lot on social media to post about like my exact like things that I'm doing. Sometimes I might make a post just about like, oh, I'm really excited I got like a cool audition, but I haven't like gone full throttle because there is that nerve of like labeling myself and then it falling through. But I was a little more okay with being more open this year about the things that I was pursuing. And of course pursuing them mostly in silence. But like if someone asked me, I would be able to confidently say I'm a voice actor. Like this is what I'm doing.
Yes.
And
you get paid for it. You're able to pay bills with it. So it's just like Yeah,
so like it was pretty cool. And those are the things that I am the most proud of this year. Oh wait, one more thing I'm proud of this year is that I was able, even though it was scary, I was able to stand up for myself in some stuff.
Yes.
And like
you did. You're bad strong.
Yeah. And even though there are things that are super scary when like you're having to set boundaries sometimes, it's usually worth it because it's either you stay in a place of unhappiness and uncertainty and resentment, or you speak your truth, and the people that matter. I've been able to get a really better sense of the people that matter in my life, and I've been able to get the courage to reach out more to people that I want to be in my life. Because like relationships are a two-way street. If you want others to be your friend, like don't be mad if they're not reaching out to you to get coffee. Reach out to them. Like most of the time they're gonna just be happy someone's reaching out to them. And if they say no, it doesn't necessarily mean that you suck or something. It just means like, oh, okay, they're like really busy right now. But it always makes you feel good when somebody wants to like reach out. Like, and obviously you got to feel out situations. If you've never talked to a person before and you message them like, hey, want to go to Starbucks? They're probably going to be a little weirded out.
Right.
You got to put in the time with people before you can just start like trying to get them to go places, I guess.
Right, exactly.
But yeah, like that was something that I was able to learn more this year, and I was able to take more social risks in terms of like fearing that vulnerability of reaching out to others and getting closer to others. Because I've always been pretty good about making friends, but never getting it to that next step where we're like friends.
Right.
And I've been wanting to do that more. And it's mostly my fault because I wasn't really putting myself in a position to do that because I was scared of them being like, I don't wanna. But man, if they don't wanna, that's all right. It doesn't mean that you suck. It just means that they're doing their own shit. And you have all the time in the world to be friends with somebody.
Right.
You have all the time in the world to build relationships with people. And sometimes people need to go on a journey that requires isolation. And sometimes people need to go on a journey that just is away from you for a little bit. But it's never really about you. It's about their own personal journey and their own personal growth.
Exactly.
I've been that person to other people before, too. So, yeah, life lessons and stuff I was very happy with that I'm taking into the new year.
Yeah, like, don't get caught up in the feelings of, like, wanting to, like, find, like, a relationship, whether it be, like, romantic or a friendship or something like that now. Just, like, build a life for yourself. Like, find your passions, chase your dreams with that, same fiery passion that you're chasing. And, like, like if you're chasing something, it's just like, oh, I just want this, thing right here, right now, instead of like that. It's just like, no, just focus on this. Just, do your thing, better yourself relentlessly, and then, things tend to fall into place. So then you also you can actually benefit you a lot more from that. So just doing that stuff.
Exactly. So yeah, it was a good year for that. And in the comments below, I really want to know, what are you guys most proud of from this year?
I want to see at least 10 comments on this video from 10 different people, because I always see like only 2 people comment. I want to see at least 10 different people comment on this video right now. So you do it.
We just want to know, like, for the new year, tell us what you're proud of. Like, that would be really cool. Yes. So let's go to our next question. Okay. Next is, for next year to be a success, what needs to be your focus?
Okay, so a lot of people like have this thing where it's like my competition is like other people and other stuff and all this stuff, and it's just like, okay, depending on what you're doing, that can be true, but there's other things. Like, in my opinion, your competition isn't like other people. Your competition is your procrastination. It's your ego. It's like the unhealthy food you're consuming, the knowledge you neglect, the negative behavior you're nurturing, and your lack of creativity. Like, compete against that shit and then like destroy that. So like for me, I think like that's what I gotta do, is just like focus on, like, because like there's a lot of stuff where I go, oh, I want to focus on this and this and this and this, and then like also just have like the discipline to keep doing it. Because like I notice sometimes where I would get into like a bit of oh, things are good right now, I can sort of take it easy, and then I would just get like sort of in a lull thing, and then like also like just complacency. Complacency, and also like certain like emotions would make me feel like, well, I mean, I'm doing good right now, I don't have to worry. So, like, and that made me feel like, because before, back in the day, like in 2016, I had like this eye of the tiger edge just to like keep going after it, and like that, like I want to get that back for like my 2020 goals. So like that's what I'm focusing on, because I've been grinding, like, make no mistake, I've been working my ass off on a lot of things, but like there has been a bit of like, oh, right now I don't need to for that, because this is doing well right here, I can be like more relaxed, and also I'm going through this thing right here, so I just need to do that. So
Yeah, like I think Swoozy was one of the people to originally say the quote about like, your only competition is you from yesterday. Like the only person you have to be better than is the you from yesterday.
Right.
Like, and I always really resonated with that too. Like, I think for more specific stuff for next year to be a success, because just because you plot something out and you create an exact like idea of what needs to happen, just because it doesn't happen exactly like that, it doesn't mean you're not successful. I think success comes from, did you actively do everything that needed to be done? And did you get like results? Did you learn something? Like there can be multiple ways to be successful. Like, just because you don't meet a certain quota doesn't mean that your value is any less. The fact that you're trying and actively pursuing something, and the fact that you are getting results, like, because there can be situations like from a marketing standpoint or whatever, where we can view stuff as like less successful, but I don't know, like my thoughts with it have changed over the years. So for next year, the goals that would make me feel like I am moving forward positively, and that would be like success for me, is if I can make progress from where I am now. Like, I don't have to be in all the video games and all the movies and blah, blah, blah in order for next year to be a success. But if I look at where I'm at right now, and next year I can make solid improvements and advance my career or advance myself, that will be considered a success. And in order to do that, some of the steps that I want to take that I need to focus on is, I want to make a little more money so that I can invest it back into more equipment, a website, like all that type of stuff. Because like, I found out that I can make some pretty okay money at what I'm doing right now.
Hell yeah.
But like, I want more, and in order to do that, I have to invest my time in some other stuff as well, so that I can invest back into my career. Because like in voiceover and stuff, like a lot of artistic careers, you're not in it for the money, you're in it because you can't do anything else. That's like a quote that I saw recently, and that really stuck with me, because like, it's that feeling of, I can't imagine my life without this. Like, I would just be so unfulfilled if I'm not doing this thing that just brings out this thing in me that I've never had before. And so like, however much money or whatever time it takes to invest back in it is worth it, because it's advancing me towards the person that I want to be.
Exactly.
And every day I feel like the person I want to be when I'm doing those things. And so so I guess money is always a thing, but I'm setting like more specific goals for things I want to invest in financially in the future. And so I want to like get a start on saving up for those things. I also really want to learn more, and I'm thinking of investing, if once I get more money, for example, classes. Like I want to start doing maybe some online workshops, some master classes with professionals, because I've done stuff like that with friends that are working in the industry, but really taking it to that next level and committing like my time and money to like, sometimes it can be $300 to $400 for a class, but like when you're committing to something and you see that there are active ways to improve yourself, sometimes there's some things that you need to invest in.
Right.
And I definitely want to get like better equipment one day and a better like sound studio, and like I'd like to start making choices that will take me closer to places I've never really been before. Like one day I'd like a website, I'd like a full functioning demo reel that isn't just my indie reel. And so next year is kind of my journey into saving up for those things, writing those things, plotting out those things, figuring out the tools that I need to make them the best that they can be. I have the resources, I have the people for advice, I have like the time. It's just sometimes like money can be like that last little step.
Right.
So
exactly.
those are kind of the little like focuses that next year will be. So even if I don't get my demo reel out next year, I'm actively making sure that like all of my resources next year are going towards that being a priority. And so I should be able to do that next year, but like it really depends on how job stuff and money stuff works out. But I have that direction, and I think to be successful this year or next year, if I can continue that direction and actively pursuing it, that is what it takes.
Yeah, because it's all about that mindset, you know, like from the moment you wake up to like the moment you rest your head at night, like everything is up to you, your emotions, your thoughts, your perceptions, your reactions, like every moment. So it's just like you gotta like just go, all right, how am I gonna react to certain things? Like there was this great quote recently that let me see if I can find it. It was like it helped me a lot with my anxiety for something.
Yeah.
Where it was like, hold on, let me see if I can find this, baby. It was really good, really good. Let me see.
There's so many good quotes out there.
There's so many good quotes out there. Where is it? You motherfucker. I know you were here. I literally had you. Yes. I will. That's the humbly beat your ass line now. That's it. I'll find you. You're here. I know. You are somebody's reason to masturbate. That was a good quote.
That's beautiful. If you have an inspirational quote, drop it down in the comments below.
No, but that's not it. But I love things, everyone, aka. I'll find it. Well, I'll find it later. We'll find it later. Yes, go.
But that's kind of been the things that I think. That I've been thinking about the most, that I think if that was my focus for the next year. That would be pretty cool. And we would love to hear what needs to be your focus for the next year.
Yeah, remember, now I expect 15 comments. I expect 15 comments from 15 different people. I know you guys, we get like 200 views to 1,000 per video, so I know at least you guys can comment on this, and the people like it. So come on, do it.
You can do it. If you want to. Either way, we're just happy to have you here.
Not if you want to. It's a mandatory.
Mandatory. You have to do it, or else we will.
Speaking of have to do it or else, what is something you learned about yourself this year?
Yeah. What is something you learned about yourself this year, Jordan?
I was roasting myself. No. Let me see. I was roasting myself. Let me see. There are certain things where, I learned how, like, my emotional status, because, like, I've had, like, a lot of emotional shit happen this year. Like, before, like, what's funny is, like, the year before, I was sort of, like, dead inside, where I didn't feel much. I was just like, whatever, I'll do this just to, I guess, feel something at least. Yeah. And I was like sort of dead. Then this year, some stuff happened that made me go, I feel again. But then when I made myself feel, my heart started feeling weird again. So I was like, God, no. Yeah. So like that was something I learned about myself, and I was able to conquer it a lot faster. Well, not conquer it, just like make it more manageable. And then like, just able to look at it through an outsider's perspective and be like, oh, this is A, B, C, D, E for this certain thing going on in my life. And you know what? It's all about you right now and how you want to perceive and how you want to do it. And, that's fine. And don't beat yourself up over stuff. And, like I said, because I always give myself a lot of, like, shit for a lot of things. And it's just like, sometimes it's valid. Sometimes it's just like, oh, calm down, George. Yeah.
No, yeah. I think some of the main lessons I learned this year were kind of about friendship and, like,
magic.
Yeah, it's magic. And, like, what it means to, like, be a good friend, but also what it means to want someone to be a good friend to you. And I've learned to more actively make steps in the direction to show people that I care and that I want to spend time with them. I've learned to be a little less afraid of being vulnerable for friendships, like, and to make that first step or that, like that sometimes that hard decision to reach out. Like, I've learned that it's not as scary as it once seemed. And, like, while there always will be a little bit of a layer of fear, that it usually turns out fine. And that there's going to be situations in life that are going to be sucky and that you can't really avoid when it comes to standing up for, like, your boundaries and stuff and, like, making sure that someone is being a good friend to you just as much as you are being a good friend to them. But you're going to be okay. Whatever happens, like,
happens.
This too
like
shall
Spike's
pass.
people say.
Yeah. And, like, the quote about
this too shall pass. It may pass like a fucking kidney stone, but it'll pass.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, how even when you're in, like, your lowest points, like, time really will help. Like, you'll be able to move forward and continue to live your life and do the things you do. And maybe sometimes you'll have, like, bad memories or bad dreams, or you'll have moments where things feel like they're not better. But those are only little moments, and as more time moves forward, it becomes easier to live with when you have those bad times. Like things, as long as you just keep actively moving forward and doing your best, like, things will slowly but surely be better. Like, because I had one of my lowest points this year, but
same.
Here I am, and I'm very.
We helped each other
really
out.
Good. We did.
Yes,
like,
we
you
were
were
both
there for me, and, like, I was there for you.
We did the
like,
back-to-back thing, walking out the tunnel. We were like,
we really did.
Like that thing.
Like,
what was it from? What was that movie with the llama? And
Emperor's New Groove?
Yeah, Emperor's New Groove, when they had to get out of the thing, and they're like, all right, go up. And then they were back to back climbing up the mountain. Yeah, like, that's what we did. Yeah. That's what we did for each other every time.
We really did do that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's such a good metaphor.
Yeah.
Like, there were nights where I was just like, oh God, and I called Jordan. I was like, Jordan, life.
And there were nights I was just like, Katy, I'm feeling really shitty about this thing right now. She was like I'm here for you. Yeah.
I got you. And, like, that's just so important, like, to be able to have those moments. And, like, so the fact that I've been able to, like, find a friend that I feel like we can do that with each other. And, like, I've also been, like, trying to reach out to make more friends and stuff, but, like, knowing that I have people in my life that, like, if something's going on, that they'll be there for me. Like, that's something that really happened this year. Because, like, me and you have known each other for, what, 2 years now?
Yeah. 2 years, like, exactly.
Yeah, but this year, like, really was just, like, a step up in our friendship, I think.
Yeah. It was.
Like, yeah. Like, there were so many moments that, like, I'm so happy that I had you there for.
Yeah, I'm so happy I had you there for, too. Because there's, like, moments I was bringing, like...
care.
Yeah, exactly. There's, like, certain times where it happened, and I was just like, I'm so glad Katy's here, because if she wasn't here, I would not be able to get this out right now. Like, it'd just be like, I would have to keep it inside for a while. And so, like, that's why I'm so, like, happy, like, you were, like, were around at times, and I was just like, okay, Katy, I really need this right now. And it's just like, yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah. And so this year was really good for all of that. So in the comments below, tell us something that you learned about
Now you have to get
year.
up to 20 comments on this video.
Oh,
20
God.
comments now. All right? You can do that. 20 comments.
What are, like, some, like, things that we learned about ourselves this year that aren't, like, as deep? Like, what are, like, some silly things?
Oh, I learned that my hair is cool. If I point it to the right, it looks like Goku. I learned that about my hair. I'm trying to. I might want to change my hairstyle again for the new year, because I think this is like I like to do with my hair now, because before it was like literally I had this thing where I was just like, okay, I'll shave it, like, because I don't know, buzz cuts were fun, but then like I don't know, like in 2016 just I started growing just for a heck, and then like I saw Black Panther and I wanted Killmonger's hairstyle, but then I learned he got extensions. You lied, Michael B. Jordan, you Naruto motherfucker. Say
Naruto.
Yes, but like I don't know, just like trying different stuff out with it, because like what I like is looking at pictures from like 2 years ago and be like, oh, I had a time skip moment where it's like, oh, he looks different from what he did 2 years ago. Because I always like that like little thing of just like, oh yeah, the time skip. The time skip happened. So yeah, that was fun. That was super fun.
One thing I learned is that I really like the color baby pink.
Yeah,
it's very weird and specific.
A color baby pink.
Yeah,
baby
I like
pink.
that color. It's super fucking cute, okay? It's real nice, and I
Took
like
you 24 years to see that was cute.
Pink is a great color, and I love it. And
is it because of that whole
something
Steven Universe thing?
Listen, it might just be.
Exactly. That's what I
love Steven
Did
Universe.
you get that jacket?
No, but like I wouldn't mind getting it. It's really cute.
Fuck. Why didn't you say it? Okay, never mind. Yeah. Okay. That's good to know for no reason. Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'd be a size larger XL.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh, that's... wow. Okay. Well, yeah. So anyways, what else did you learn about yourself?
I learned how to get my Amazon wish list working. If anyone wants to buy me presents.
Oh, nice. Yeah, get her presents.
Get me presents. No, but nobody has to get me presents.
Yeah,
but I did post it recently, and someone did send me something, and it made me really happy. Because for 2 years, I've been trying to figure that thing out, and I got in a call with one of my friends, and she was like, oh yeah, just do this and this. And I was like, that button wasn't there before. Fuck you. And so it finally works now. But yeah, and let's see, something else I learned. I really like going to bakeries and like usually
fucking kick ass, yo.
No, yeah, but coffee shop, tea house, bakeries. Like I've always loved the aesthetic and the idea, but whenever I would pass one, I would just kind of like walk in, maybe grab like the sweetest thing they have, like a donut, and then just leave. But this year, I actually went with a friend to, there was this place called the Continental Bakery. And we chilled, and I bought, a piece of pie. I bought, a croissant that had a little bit of jam inside. And I bought, some tea. And it was just so nice, just sitting in that coffee house, eating, and drinking, all this stuff. Because for some reason in my head, whenever I'm buying myself, a treat, my first thought goes to, oh, I need to get something really sweet or else it's a waste of time. I need to get something really good. You shouldn't get anything savory or anything that isn't just dessert.
Right.
And I have a problem. I love sugar. But I went and I got the croissant with just a little bit of jelly in it. But usually my head's space goes to, well, you can make toast and jelly at home. But no, this croissant was so delicious. And I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Oh, you had one of those fucking Ratatouille moments?
Oh, yeah. It was, perfection. I've never tasted a jam that delicious and, so beautifully spread out throughout this crispy but flaky, piece of bread. I have a new appreciation for baked goods. I used to be a peasant. That would just, if it was just, really sweet and delicious and a baked good, if it was a gas station donut, that would be good for me. I'd be like, hell yeah, fucking let's go. I just love donuts.
Right.
But I have a newfound respect and love for just breads and baked yummy things that aren't just overloaded with sugar.
Right.
And oh my gosh, and it makes me so excited for this year because I think now that I'm making a little bit more money at the stuff that I'm doing, I might go out more and chill at a coffee place and get a baked good and chill and just have some tea. Because usually at Starbucks, I only get a frap because I would consider Starbucks to be this place where I go get treats from.
Right.
But dude, just some hot tea is delicious.
Right.
It's so good. And so I've gotten really into tea this year. And I want to keep up that journey because I've liked tea before, but I've never been a connoisseur of tea.
Oh,
but,
the British, yes.
Yeah, but maybe I'll start. Maybe I'll start doing more cool teas because I've been loving it. Everywhere I go, when somebody asks, oh, do you want anything? I say, you know what? Do you have any tea? Do you have any hot tea? Yeah, and so for the Wendy's photo shoot, Chase Lawrence, the dude I shot with for Affliction Media Productions, he had like so many varieties of hot teas, and it was perfect because it was really cold outside.
Oh,
and
nice.
so I had like this berry acai tea, I had this apple cinnamon tea, and
Nice.
oh my gosh, it was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just want more tea.
Nice.
I'm probably just gonna go spill the tea right now.
Yeah, exactly. Spill the tea.
Spill the tea, fam.
Yeah, there's
So
a
yeah,
ton
those
of
are
that.
some other things I learned about myself this year.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one more thing.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. My headphones are being dumb. Sorry, listeners.
Her headphones are
All
being
right.
dumb.
We back. There's one more thing that I learned. So, when it comes to like how I dress and stuff, like I very much enjoy like getting dolled up and like doing like very feminine outfits sometimes, and like it's
Right.
really fun and stuff.
Right.
But I feel the most confident when I'm doing like really cool street clothes.
Yeah.
Like things with like leather and things with like anime shirts combined with like really cool like jackets or like cardigans
me.
or like yeah.
Yeah.
And like
That's my aesthetic.
outfits like that are where I feel the most confident. And so I'm going to be taking a trip soon, and my first thoughts where I was just stressing over, oh gosh, what should I wear, because I was trying to pick out all of these really cute photographable feminine outfits that would make me feel like really cute out there. And I was like, I do have a few of those in mind, but I really just want to wear like one of my really cool anime shirts with like these really cute like jeans and like and like this hat. Like I really want to just style up like that, because whenever I see street fashion, like really cute street clothes, it just makes me really happy, and I want to do more of that. And then when I was packing just became so much easier, because I was like, oh my gosh, like these are the outfits that just make me feel really confident. And I know that's probably just a weird thing to go off on.
No, it's not.
But it was kind of like a revelation for me, because I used to think like when I'm going out, when I'm going somewhere special, I need to like dress like in this certain way. And sometimes that's true, job interviews, etc. But like they're like, just because I'm a lady doesn't mean that I have to be all feminine all the time. Like
Right.
I love femininity. Like if that's the word, the way to say it, femininity. I really love being all feminine and stuff. I'm wearing my baby pink cardigan right now with my rainbow joggers.
Right.
Like I love cutesy kawaii stuff, and like my little room with my desk that has like my Kirby stuff and everything is super pink and fluffy, and I love it. But like I also just really like this type of fashion that I really want to get more into, and it's made me feel more confident when I dress that way.
Yeah, that's why I always do it, because I'm always like, weebs can have style. Just look at me.
Yeah.
That's why I always like try to do this thing, like, this is my aesthetic, because I used to get made fun of for this aesthetic as a kid. Now it's like, no, I made it my own. This
Exactly.
Is what I do.
It's called like geek chic, I think.
Geek chic? Yeah,
Geek
I'm
chic.
a master of geek chic.
Speaking of which, I haven't seen you in your new shirt, Grandma.
Grandma
wants to see your sweater.
actually is going to do it. Like, the reason I mentioned the hair thing is because I wanted it to look extra sexy with my new hair. So that's why I've been holding up. But I have it literally in my hand with a combination of a certain shirt that I have. Like, I have it all planned the fuck out. So when I drop it, I'm going to look like such a fucking snack.
You're gonna
And to
be
be like,
such a snack.
I fucking helped with that. So I want you to know that is the only reason I haven't done it, because I want to look like super snack worthy. Well, actually, someone said this.
You all are always super snack worthy.
Oh, thank you. Someone was like, well, someone commented on my video. It was like, man, Jaxblade is such a snack, yo. And it's like, are you kidding? Jordan is a full course meal that does the body good.
Meal.
All right.
Full course
all right.
meal.
It's just like, oh, thank you. You dorks.
But yeah, for the viewers at home, for Jordan for Christmas, I got him his present
awesome
early.
shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, it's this cute little shirt.
Yeah, it's an awesome shirt that I'm gonna rock with a combination other shirt, and then I'm gonna rock it with my new hair and be like, yeah, I look like such a snack.
Bitch.
Yes.
Ooh, hell yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be so fucking cute. And then Jordan said he got me a Christmas present.
Yeah,
I'm
I did.
excited to see what
I
it is.
have to wrap it. Like today, after I finish work, I get to wrap all these Christmas presents, and then I'm gonna start sending them out to like tomorrow.
Hell
like
yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
I'm
need to
so
learn how to wrap
excited.
presents. So let me go look up a YouTube video. How to wrap, because like
How to
I don't
wrap
like to give
presents.
people presents that are just like, oh, by the way, in a bag or something like that. Because I know it's
No,
cool.
yeah.
First of all, I appreciate the gesture, but like just that little kid thing of just like ripping it open and be like, this is mine. Yep, it's yours.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Oh man.
How to wrap presents.
Whenever I wrap presents, like they always look really sloppy. People know that I'm the one that wrapped them, but then that's also endearing because
Yes.
people know that I wrapped it. 'Cause,
Exactly.
like I have so much tape on it and like it's all folded weird, but it's covered and it's silly looking and it's good.
That's why YouTube is a godsend for this. It's just like
Yes.
YouTube just goes, how can I wrap a gift? This is how you wrap a gift.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I really like for people that live more local when I give gifts, I really like picking out really good wrapping paper and like cute bags for it. Like I had a friend recently that they had a birthday and they had gotten me a really good gift. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get them a really cool gift. And they really like Powerline.
Yeah.
And so I got them, and they really like antique sunglasses and like cool sunglasses and stuff.
Mhm.
So I found these sunglasses online that were kind of like this really cool neon, like kind of shimmering, and they
Mhm.
had like this almost thunderbolt looking lines like for the part where the glasses attached to your ear,
Mhm.
and they looked really cool and very Powerline. So I got that and I wrapped it in this blue bag that had like a star on it,
Mhm.
and then like yellow paper coming out of it, like, and then like there was a little bit of red paper in there too, so it was like red, blue, and yellow, and it had this star, and it like kind of looked like Powerline. And I don't know if he necessarily really noticed or cared about it, but to
Right.
me, like it felt really cool, like that he got it, and it looked kind of like a Powerline gift,
Mhm.
and like so I really like doing stuff like that.
Right. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
or,
that's
like,
awesome.
Yeah, or for Christmas presents, I recently gave Zach his Christmas present, and I wrapped it in like this red like thing with like green paper sticking out, like because it was just really cute and seasonal. Like,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, because there are times when like I always get so anxious during Christmas season too, because it's just
Yeah.
like where it's not in the because like I first off I am such a sneaky bastard with like I know
Yep.
you want something. I will listen like carefully. Like I won't like I will pretend like I didn't hear it. Like for instance, like I got our friend Hero when because Hero is just like super like Heidi with what he likes for Christmas and what he loves.
You
And so
told me
like
about what you
whenever
wanted to get him.
yeah, so it's just like hiding, and then he's like, "Oh my god, dude, that's awesome! Oh man, I want. Oh shit, is this amount?" And I was like, "Okay," and I got you, bitch. So like, I pay attention. So like, this is something about me. So there's never ever any question in my mind that you will like the gift I get you, because I made
Yeah.
damn sure that this is something you'd like.
Oh, yeah.
But like I'm worried someone else already got it for you or someone else. So like
Oh, yeah.
sometimes this is where, and I'm not trying to float my ego or anything like that, where I just go like, well, that's where the ball of money comes in. It's just like, okay,
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
get you something that's just like, all right, well, I know you will like this, and I really appreciate you, and yeah, I enjoy.
That's
So, yeah.
kind of like what I do a little bit too, because like I don't buy like a ton of Christmas gifts because I don't have that much baller money. But like for the people that I do buy for, I try to go out of my way to figure out something that they can use, that it has the sentimental value, but like also something that I know that they would be able to use. Like so for the thing that I got for you, I spent I think 2 hours looking at designs to find the one that perfectly fit.
And I fucking
you.
loved it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I
'Cause,
love
like,
this so much.
Yes, because art especially can be a tricky gift to get a person because, like, you know, everyone has very specific, like, artistic tastes. And so if you're getting them something for their apartment, for example, what if they don't like it and they feel obligated to put it up and it causes anxiety? But, like, clothes can be a little different because, like, just having a shirt, you can just wear it once and, like, it'll be, like, cool. But, like, if you... Like every year I've gotten Zach like a shirt that he's loved because I go out of my way to look at several artists. Like I pay attention to the style and like I just really want to get something that like is their aesthetic and like mixes with what they like and like what characters are their favorite, like, and what portrayal and like would match like the other stuff that they wear, like stuff like that. And so
Yeah.
I feel really good whenever Zach is wearing a shirt that I got him like more than once because I know he likes it. Like it
Yeah.
makes me happy.
Yeah, because I know, like, with me, like, I only will get art for someone if I, like, for instance, there's some friends who like art, and then there's some friends who are just, like, whatever, like, for instance, I again, this is my little sneaky little trick that I do. Like if I spend like a week with you, or like I just like will start picking up little things like, oh, they like this because I can tell from all the like prints and stuff like that around the house. So like for instance, there are some people I know who really like prints, and I'm just like, oh, you like prints, and you really like this certain thing from this. So if I was to, okay, yeah. So it's just like, for me, it's like, oh, I don't have to sweat if you'd like it or not, because I know for a fact you like Prince, and this is one of your favorite series, and this is a style that seems to fit your aesthetic. So yeah,
exactly.
So it's like, boom, yeah. So it's just like, oh yeah.
Because, like, the aesthetic can be so important when it comes to picking out art. Because, like, if someone likes really cutesy, kawaii art, but then you get them something that's more gritty and it might not match, like, their style, it's like,
Yeah.
Like, and it's good to pay attention to those details because then it just makes that look on their face so much better.
Yeah, exactly. So that's always funny. That's always funny to see.
Comment below what you want for Christmas.
Yes, comment below. We need 25 comments now. 25 for 25 days of Christmas. That's all we need. See? Christmas, 25 comments. Come on, y'all. Let's get to it. You can do this. 25 comments from different people. You got this. You got it.
You got this. You got this. But yeah, those are, I guess, some like silly things that I learned about myself and that you learned about yourself.
Yes.
Tell us below too as well, like some silly things you learned too. It doesn't have to be deep. We like to hear from you.
Yes.
All right. So let's go to our final question
of the year, the decade.
Of the decade. Speaking of the decade.
Yeah, that's why I did it.
Jordan, why don't you read it for us?
What are some of the best memories / accomplishments you have from the last decade?
Oh, gosh.
Well, I can tell you
years.
my whole origin story. So here we go.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So look, I started the year working Burger King, fast food, going to college full time, doing personal training on the side. But I worked that Burger King job for 6 years. And then I had my heart massively broken, which inspired me to go and start doing YouTube stuff full time just to try it. And then I did it for, 8 months, just building up my brand. And then one of my videos, that dumb luck picked in. Like, I forget that fancy quote about like dumb luck helps when you have like the talent or whatever that quote is. So anyways, I did that. I built up. And since I had like a library of stuff, everyone started subscribing and they were like, oh shit, this guy's awesome. And then like I was able to build my channel from that, and I kept growing it and growing it and growing it and growing it. And then that's how I was able to start my online fitness business thing. And now I'm able to, train people online, coaching, do all this stuff. And like I have a much better career now, all because, I would say like I'm kind of grateful to Burger King in a way for being like, okay, I never ever want to work this type of job again. So I will grind my ass off to never ever work this job again. And then I did that. Met a ton of people, some great, some cool, some had their Anakin journey to the dark side, some had their positive journey to the light side. And it was like so cool to watch this throughout the decade, stuff like that. So it's like, it's super, super chill. And then, of course, I met my friend Katy here, who I love so much. And I'm just like, yeah, she's so cool. It's so great. And just like, wow, we met over a freaking tweet. And it's crazy how close we got.
Tweet.
Yeah. So, yeah, that would be mine. And she does a lot for me. And I really, 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 really do love and care for you, Katy. So
No, you.
Baka. No, you.
Wow. Well, my journey all began. Gosh, 10 years ago.
Yeah, you were just like a baby 10 years ago, right?
I was a babu. I was 14. Let's see.
You're 15? Wow.
Yes, I am a tiny bab right now. I was like 14 10 years ago. Let's see. So I was 12 when I first started going to cons. So it was around 14 where I was just like really getting into the zone, going to anime conventions and stuff.
Right.
Like making friends, doing all that. And that really set off a lot of my journey because at an anime convention, I met someone who was into voice acting. Like I've talked about it before. And they asked me if I had ever thought about it. And I was like, you know what? I have. And then like we started doing that. And I started doing the voice acting stuff.
Nice.
Like that was when I was probably around 17 or 18, maybe 16. It's been so long. Like I think I was about 17. But yeah. So I was doing that, and then like that was always really fun. And I fell in love. Like, I think I was about
Aw,
18 or
shucks, you don't have
19.
to say that.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just friends,
Aw,
but
heck.
okay,
But
golly.
no, like, I think
Aw.
when I was 14... Okay, yeah. Oh, gosh. So in the last 10 years, I've been with, like, relationship-wise, I had that boyfriend. And then high school, I had the same boyfriend for, like, all 4 years. And then right after high school, we broke up. And that breakup was amazing for me because it really sucked at the time. I was in a very bad depression afterwards because, I loved him, yada, yada. But, like, that 2-year time span where I was single after that big breakup was the most discovering about myself I'd ever had. And I'm so happy that I went through what I went through. And then I met my last boyfriend. And, like, we had a really great thing. And it was really cool. And I got to meet a lot of people through him as well, like, that I still consider friends. Like, it was a really good relationship, even if it ended sadly. But, like, I got a lot of new experiences with him. And, like, I think relationships are just meant to make you grow as a person and, prepare you for the next one. And so then I was able to meet Zach. And I was able to, like, find him. And it's really great because he's, like, the best person I've ever known and loved. And it's really cool and stuff. But, like, so that's, like, my emotional journey in that sense. And I made a lot of friends. Jordan, obviously, being one of my best friends. Like, in all of the 10 years, I think when it comes to having a best friend, I think you're one of the best friends I've ever had.
Oh, don't make me cry on fucking stream. I swear to
Got
God.
him.
You better not.
Because, like, I had friends in middle school and high school and stuff that I don't think were the best people for me. I think it was more of a proximity situation. Like, they were around and I didn't want to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
And like, a lot of the times they were pretty cool, but there were definitely things that were going on that, like, we were in high school and middle school. Like, I don't really blame them much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was a hard time for people, but
Mm-hmm.
it definitely wasn't serving me. And there were definitely times where I was like, I need to get out of this because these people are not making me happy and they're really mean.
Right.
and so I'm glad that I did. And I was able to meet friends and become friends with people that I wanted to versus just needing to. And, like, learning that difference of friendships that are just based on, like, necessity and, like, and just they're around versus people that you actively want to give your time to and spend your time with.
Mm-hmm.
And learning the difference between that and how to do that was so important in the last decade for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then learning, like, I graduated college. Like, I was able to get scholarships. I was able to do the things I loved and, like, slowly build this thing that I love to do and figure out what it is that I love to do and what makes me feel alive. And, like,
Mm-hmm.
I've worked with conventions. I've made so many friends and connections over the years. And the people that I've looked up to have told me that they think I'm pretty cool. And, like, that's really crazy to think about the things that, like, I grew up with and how my relationship with them has changed.
Mm-hmm.
And time, like, we really underestimate what we can do,
Mm-hmm.
like, with time. Like, I think a quote that I really liked from something that I'd done in the last 10 years, I used to do hair modeling.
Nice.
Nick Arrojo he's, like, one of the big, like, New York people for that. And he came to Birmingham, did a show, and I was one of his models. And he was doing, like, this hair sermon for people.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the quotes that he said was, we overestimate what we can do in 1 year and underestimate what we can do in 5 or 10 years.
Right.
Because we put so much into, we have to get this done now. Versus, like, there's some things that are a journey. There's some things that take time, but you have to be willing to invest that time and that energy into it, like working out
Mm-hmm.
or, like, bettering your career. Like, you're not going to overnight or over a year be all the things you've ever wanted to be.
No.
You have to consistently work, and
Mhm.
that was something that I really took to heart.
Yeah.
And so every year I just look at the progress I've made, and when I look at myself 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I'm not the same person. I've grown in so many ways, and I think that's one of the things that I'm really proud of. And my best memories, gosh, what are some memories? I think the first time me and you got funnel cake together is one of my favorite.
Oh yeah, that is
memories.
one of my good memories too, because it was just like that was a nice little experience. We talked about anime and bonding.
Yeah,
and, it was
and
so
also
cool.
that girl came up to you and was like, "Oh my gosh, are you Jaxblade?"
Oh my God, yeah, I remember that. I remember, and then we ate pizza with not pizza, but like we were sitting next to like Whis and Beerus from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, that was so great.
That was
But
funny.
also, like, I know this actually happened this year, but BroNYCon, that was one of the best experiences I've ever had.
Yeah.
Like, it felt like I was at a fun
the
summer
first one
camp.
was this. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one was this decade. So,
Oh my gosh.
God
Look at
damn
all of
it.
that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, like not to cut you off or anything. Like, but it's
No,
just like,
yeah.
like that's just like I literally BroNYCon was the first convention I ever went to, and yeah, I went to like that was a convention I would only go to for once a year, and then like they were like, oh, we want to try going to MomoCon. You want to go? So it's just like it's weird how this once a year thing turned into like, yeah, that's cool. That's so cool. Yeah, it's crazy how I met so many people.
Yeah. Like, going to BroNYCon with you guys really felt just like a summer camp for nerds. Like, it... Because, like, I was there with you, obviously, and, like, I got to get closer to, like, Hero and, like, Saber and Paleo, and they were so cool.
Yeah.
And, like, and Jesse was there and Sydney was there, and I got to hang out with them a little bit, too, and that was really cool. Like, everyone there was just so nice, and I got, like, this full experience of just, like, this fun weekend with a bunch of really cool people, and just like, gosh, it was so nice. And like, there's so many cons over the years that I've gone to that I've had really cool experiences with that I'm just like so thankful that I did, because they've put me where I am now. Like, going to cons has been something that really changed my life. Like, I would not be the same person I am if I didn't go to conventions when I was younger.
Exactly.
Like, so yeah, those are some of my favorite memories and accomplishments. Like, graduating college was pretty cool. Burping contest with Jordan's pretty cool.
Yeah. That was good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Do you have any other favorite memories?
BroNYCon, conventions, funnel. There's like so many. Like, I can't like pinpoint.
No, yeah,
like, it's like
exactly.
like when I was able to first realize, oh, I can be self-employed. That was a super fun thing. Or like when my book like sold like 100,000 copies, I was like, oh shit, that sold game. That was a cool thing. And yeah, it was just awesome decade for me. Hopefully the next one's even better and get the funness and all that stuff. So,
I was a director at a convention for like 3 years. Wow. Like, I'm just thinking back on like things that I've done in the last 10 years. Like, I was on a TV show that I'm not gonna say the name of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
I still watch it.
I hate you. Oh God, I'm not saying the name of it, but like I was on a TV show. It was my first television show, and it was interesting.
It was
and
fun.
I what else did I do? I was like a director for a convention, and I also did like some independent films, and that was really cool. And I did like plays, and I got into voiceover, and I as a performer like really challenged myself over the last 10 years and figured out some cool stuff, and it was really neat. And yeah, those are some cool things that I've done, and I think this last year has really been one of my best years, because I think as time moves forward, you just have to keep trying to be better than the person we were before, and try to one up yourself. And I think that I've definitely one upped myself this year. So here's to next year, one upping myself some more.
Yeah, exactly. Same.
Oh man, I can't believe it.
It's the end.
Last episode of the year.
It's the last episode.
We're doing it. Like,
oh my god. Oh my
it's
god.
happening. We're about to go take a Christmas break.
Yeah, we're taking a long Christmas break. I hope you all have a fantastic holiday, and be sure to spend time with your loved ones.
Do it.
Have fun.
Jordan,
watch all the cartoon. Yeah.
Where can they find you?
You can find me at Jaxblade Fitness on Twitter, Jaxblade on YouTube, Jordan Jaxblade Downs on Facebook, Jaxblade everywhere else, and then Jaxblade lives on Twitch. What about you, Miss Crafty?
You can find me at KaniDay official, KaniDay official on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me at KaniDay Cosplay on Facebook. You can also find me on YouTube at KaniDay if you just want to hear some weird sound covers and me going off as Dummy Thick Weiss. You can also hear me on Dr. Crafty's YouTube channel, where I play Pepper, who is a hostess, and I'm a writer. And on Kirby Productions, where I play Weiss-Schnee, Cinderfall, Penny Belladonna, and Velvet the Chocolate Rabbit in the Ruby Abridged and all the comic dubs and VR shorts. And I recently joined the writers team for the VR shorts. So the winter short that we have coming out for Christmas will actually be, it will actually have have been fully written by myself and my friend Bo, and I play Cinder in that. It's really cool, and I'm also
on another
podcast. Yeah, I'm on another podcast called Perpetually Ajar that we have at Kruby. We just celebrated our 10th episode, and it's going to be uploaded next week, actually. So that's pretty cool, and yeah, it's kind of just like a fun parody podcast of the
Always Open.
Yeah, so it's kind of fun. We have like special guests on it from Groovy Productions, and we might go out and try to do different guests next year. We have some fun ideas. And yeah, that's the place you can find me. But best of all, like, please tweet at us at WeirdFlexPod on the internet. That's where you can find us for this podcast. And of course, the Weird Flex But Okay Podcast Patreon, where you can see cute, silly stuff. And yeah.
Yes, thank you.
That's a wrap. We did it.
We did
Happy New Year. Merry Christmas.
See you next decade.
Everyone, we'll see you next decade.
Next decade.
Jordan, say one last word to end the decade.
Hey, remember this. Just because you don't believe in yourself doesn't mean no one believes in you. And you are someone's reason to masturbate.
If just one person believes in you.
Be like Donald Duck and DuckTales. Just try to get that.
Goodbye, everyone. I love you.